There we are. We're recording now. Sorry, I just repeat that for the recording. So this is WIS. To access it, then you access via a URL and you just paste it into your browser and then it'll bring you into the home screen. So you'll always default into the home screen. In the top right hand corner then you'll have your health board that you have access to. So whatever health board that you've been set up underneath. If you have access to multiple health boards and you need to switch between them, you can do this by selecting the drop down. So as you can see, I've got access to all of them. And if I need to switch my health board, I can just select it from the list. And then it's switched me now over to Hywel. But I do actually need to be in BCU for the purpose of this demo, so I am going to switch back. And that's how you would switch your health board. You also have your name then and your NADEX ID here. And then you've got your location. So at the moment it's telling me that I don't have a location set. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go in and set our location. So to do that, from the main menu bar on the left-hand side, you select the locations button. And this brings you into the location screen. So this is sort of the reference data then for the health board. This is all the locations that are set to use within your health board. They'll always default to active, but you do have the option to search by inactive or all, but it will always be defaulted to active. You also have a tab then that says your locations. And this is just those locations that are set up under your user account as your legitimate relationships. So if you know that you're only going to access maybe 1 or 2 locations, the same ones day in, day out, basically, they can be configured so that they're set up on your locations tab. So instead of having to go into the search screen and constantly search for the location, you can have it set up. So as you can see, I've already got one set up on here, and it's just sort of like a quick navigation route in, just to avoid having to do a search all the time. But I am going to search for my location under here just to show you. So there is pagination on this page as well, so you can navigate to, all through the pages, but you do have the ability to actually search for a location. So you can do that by the location name, postcode, or the code. So I'm going to search for mine. And you have to physically press the search button to get your search to perform. So as you can see now, I've had 2 locations that have been found with the criteria that I've input, and now they've returned in the list. So to drill down further into them, you just select the View Location button. And as you can see now, I've drilled down further into my location. I'm now on the overview page. And at the top, it's telling me that my location has now been set, and it's set to DHCW test. So that's how you would set your location. You would just select View Location, and now it's been set. And as you can see on the left-hand side now, I've got some other menu items, just some quick navigation links within my location. So this overview page is just telling me some details about my location. It's telling me the address, telephone information, and the code. Again, I've also got some quick navigation links to other screens. And then I've just got an overview at the bottom of the sessions today. So I've got a session set up for today, and it's just showing me just a bit of information about that. But it will only be sessions for today that will show on this page. If you want to view further sessions, you need to drill down further into the session screens. So what we're going to cover next then is our stock screens. So I'm just going to press the stock button here, but I can also navigate pressing the stock button on the main menu as well. So this has now brought me into the individual stock screens. Again, I can just drill down into them further just by clicking on them. I'm going to go into monitoring first. And this is where you would set up your fridge and also your insert any temperature monitoring records as well. So to start, we're going to click on the refrigerators tab and we're going to insert our fridge. So all the stock screens look very similar. Where you can insert a record, it'll be a blue insert button. And if there are any previous records inserted on the screen or anything that's been done prior, they'll show in a list here. So I'm going to go in and insert my fridge. Any fields that are marked with a red asterisk are mandatory, so they do need to be completed in order to save. So I'm just going to call this. So I've entered my fridge name and now I'm just going to click save. I've got a little progressing pop-up and then I've got a pop-up just letting me know it has been saved. So I just click OK. And as you can see now, my record's been inserted. I've got the name, I've got who created it, and then I've also got the created date. Just for a note then, fridges can't be edited or deleted. So in order to get that deleted or amended, you would have to raise a service point call. So now I've inserted my fridge, I'm going to go into the refrigerator monitoring tab, and this is where I would insert my temperature monitoring record. So again, I can click the insert button, and all my mandatory fields are marked with red asterisks. So from the refrigerator list then, I'm going to select the one that I've just set up. And then I'm going to enter some information. So the minimum, we've got a maximum, and we've also got a current. So it does tell you that for standard vaccine storage, it's between 2 to 8. So if I go in here and I enter anything that's over, you'll notice instantly I've got some errors on the screen and it's just letting me know that I need to correct it. And then you also got a notes box at the bottom then, just to add any notes. So now I've completed all my mandatory fields. I'm just going to click save. Again, we get the progressing pop-up and a save pop-up. So just press OK. And now you can see that my temperature monitoring record has been saved. All my details are on there for me to view, and it's telling me who last updated and the date and the time. So if you want to edit this, you just need to actually click on the record. So as you can see now, it's highlighted in a blue border and the edit button has become available for me. So I just click edit and I can go back in and I can change any information that I need to. Oh, shouting at me. So I've just amended some information. I'm just going to press save again. Okay, and as you can see now, it's updated. So any monitoring records that have been inserted can only be edited up to 24 hours after they have been inserted. So if you do need to make any amendments outside of the 24-hour window, you will need to raise a service point call to get that changed, but you do get 24 hours. So I've gone in and I've inserted my fridge and I've completed a temperature monitoring record. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in and record a delivery. So you can either navigate back to the actual, the overall stock screen, or you have just got some quick navigation links up here as well. So I'm just going to click on the delivery and it's going to take me into the delivery screen. Again, if there were any previous deliveries recorded, they'd be in the list here, but we don't have any, so we're going to go in and insert. So you do get the option to insert for COVID, flu or RSV, and all you need to do is just toggle the radio button to get to which vaccine that you want. So if I select flu, as you can see then I've got, all my flu products in here. And if I was to do COVID, it would be all of my COVID products. So we'll go in and insert a delivery record for flu. The date and time of delivery has defaulted to today's date and time. You can alter them by either selecting the calendar or inserting a date. And similar with the time, you can just select the clock and then you can choose an alternative time. I'm going to leave it as it is for the moment. So I'm going to select my vaccine. And we've got some instant validation then on the screen just telling me that I do need to enter a batch number and I do need to select a recipient. So again, all mandatory fields are marked with a red asterisk. And we've got some more validation now. The expiry date, then you can do it via the calendar. And then you're receipted by, if you click the drop down, it'll be a list of vaccinators. So this will be users who are set up in the system already. So I'm just going to click one randomly. And now I'm going to press save. Okay, that's saved. So some projects do have a vial presentation and others don't. So if you see that it's not showing on the screen, it's because my product doesn't have one. Again, all my information is showing to me on the screen. We've got our receipted by, last updated by, and the date and the time. Again, if I want to edit anything, I can just click on the record. It's highlighted in a blue border and the edit button has been made available. So if I just click edit and say I'm just going to change the batch, and then I'm going to press save. And there we have it. So we've now inserted a vaccine delivery record. You do have a message at the bottom of these screens and it is letting you know that any data recorded more than 3 months ago will not display. So that's just a bit of reference information there. So now we've done a delivery, we're going to go to our stock. So I'm just going to click the stock button. Again, all these screens are very similar, so they look, the look and feel are the same. You get your insert button and any previous records will show in a list. So I'm just going to go in now and insert a stock check. Again, you get the option to do it for COVID, flu or RSV. So I'm going to change it to flu. My date and time, again, it's defaulted to today's date and time. Just going to select a product. It's telling me that I do need to enter a healthcare professional who the stock check was completed by. And I'm going to complete my mandatory fields. So again, this is the same reference data list of vaccinators. I'm just going to select one at random. And then I'm going to select save. And now my stock check has been saved. Again, I can click and I can edit. So I'm just going to edit who did the stock check. I'm going to save. And that's my stock check completed. So similar again, anything up to 24 hours after can be edited, but anything over that time, you will need to raise a service point call to get that amended if you need it to. So we've inserted a fridge, we've done our temperature monitoring record, we've done our delivery, and we've done a stock check. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the wastage screen. So just click the button. Again, there's no previous records inserted, so I'm just going to go in and insert one. Again, you'll get your options for COVID, flu or RSV. So I'm just going to do it for flu. I'm going to select my vaccine and then fill in the mandatory fields. So because I've put how many, because I filled in the field number number of PFS wasted, it's now telling me that I do need to record a reason, and I do have to insert a note as well. So I'm just going to select one of the options from the list, and then I'm going to enter a note. And then I'm going to save. So that's our wastage has been recorded now. Again, you can click on the record and you can edit. And any products that have a file presentation, then they will show in this screen as well. I'm just going to go in. I'm going to update my notes. And press save. And now you can see that's been reflected on the screen. It's been updated. Okay then, so I think the last screen for us to go into is our transfer screen. So I'm just going to click the transfers button. We're now in the transfer screen, and I'm going to go in and insert a vaccine transfer. Press the insert button. Again, you can do it for COVID, flu or RSV, and I'm going to stick with flu because that's what I've been doing through all my screens. So I'm going to select my vaccine. Again, we've got some instant validation, so it's just telling us that all these mandatory fields need to be completed before we can save. The date and time of transfer has defaulted to today's date and time. So transferred to, you get a list of active locations. So I'm just going to select one randomly. You can either use the arrows on the side to increase your numbers, or you can free type into the field. The responsible person transferring, it's a list of vaccinators again. So I'm just going to select one randomly. And then the responsible person receiving, it is a free text field. So I'm just going to put it's asking for a responsible person staff type. Free text field. And then it's asking for a porter bag reference number, again, a free text field. So now that I've filled in all my mandatory fields, I can press save. Okay. And now my vaccine transfer has been saved. So you can select the field again and I can edit. So I'll just show you going back in and editing that. And I'm just going to save. So that is all of the stock screens. Just to mention as well, then at the top you do have some breadcrumbs. So if you want to navigate back to any previous screens quickly, then you can just press the link. So for example, I'm just going to navigate now back to my location, and I'm back in the overview page. So in terms of demo, that is pretty much all of it for today's session. So it was just going through searching for your location, setting your location, and then covering the stock screens.